And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We bring you AAA baseball from the Pacific Coast League. It's the Sugarland Space Cowboys and the Oklahoma City Comets. Introductions wrapping up down on the field. First pitch just minutes away. So just about set now. And on the hill in this one, Ben Kasparius. We see it a little more often these days, but still a strikeout per inning type of guy on the mound. That swing and miss stuff can be really helpful in a big spot. When you've got runners in scoring position, allowing a hitter to put the ball in play is usually not what you want. So his ability to get strikeouts may help him work out of jams. We'll see how he does in this one. Now a fly ball to right center. Tracks it down for the out. And there's one away. Let's take a look at the lineup. And a big factor for them recently, Bryce Matthews. One out and the bases are empty. And now the DH, CJ Alexander. Hitless yesterday as they only pushed across one run. That one finds the zone. Kasparius measures 6'2", 27 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2021.
Four-seam fastball, high outside.
It's ball one. What discipline to lay off the high 0-2 fastball. He's doing a good job to shrink the zone and force the pitcher to throw him something hittable.
Sinker, middle outside.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Curveball, low inside.
And the pitch. Close, doesn't get the call. Trying to plead his case with the ump, and he's walking a fine line here. He might get that call later, or he might get under the umpire's skin so much that he doesn't get any calls. And on further review, it was a strike. So they still have both challenges. 2 away here, nobody on. Cesar Salazar, the next to hit.
Four-seam fastball, high middle.
Upstairs.
Up.
Four-seam fastball, high outside. Cutter, low inside.
1-2 pitch. Gets a piece, stays alive.
Four-seam fastball, high outside.
2 outs and nobody aboard. This one is labeled. Gets there. Got it. End of a half inning of play. No score. Welcome back. And on the mound now, Jason Alexander. He's been outstanding this year and should be fun to watch today. As you can tell from the stat line, he's done a good job suppressing opposing run production, and that's usually a recipe for success. I'll be watching how he commands each pitch and what sequences he uses against these hitters. Those factors could play large roles in his performance in this one. Makes a nice grab on a full sprint. Take a look at this lineup. And this offense has been exceptional at making contact and limiting whiffs with the lowest strikeout total in the league. That puts a lot of pressure on the opposing fielders because you can bet the ball is gonna be in play and it'll find you if you're not ready. Now the third baseman, Santiago Espinal. Chopped left side, and that's a foul ball. 1 out and the base is empty. Down 0-2, swings through it. This one along the left field line. 2 away. So 2 out. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, James Tibbs III. First pitch, and it just misses. That was well spotted, but he couldn't get the call from the plate umpire. But he's handling it well, and he might get that call later. 1-0, here's the pitch. 2 outs, bases empty. One-two offering. To the right side. Play made. That ends the inning. We played 1 inning, no score. Top half of the second from Oklahoma City. And here's the first baseman, Xavier Nyans. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. 0-1 now. That one fouled off. 0-2, rocks and fires. Fly ball to right field and deep. And that's a fair ball. Around second now, going for third. And he announces his arrival at AAA with a triple. What a moment for him. It's been a tough run at the plate for him lately. He needed that base hit. Great job on the 0-2 count. Clearly recognized the pitch early out of the hand and gave it a strong, balanced cut. Now they've got a good shot at scoring the first run of the game with the runner in scoring position. Bryce Matthews will hit next. 0 for 4 in yesterday's loss. Strike one. Late on that fastball. That had to feel great for him on the mound. The batter was geared up for the heat, and he still couldn't catch up to it. Took a little too long on the mound, and the umpire rules it's an automatic ball. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swings and misses. Struck the batter out. Huge K there. So digging in, Jaron Williams. Gets the outside corner with that one. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Way out front for strike 3. Had to get the strikeout with the infielders playing back. That sets up a pretty big 2-out at bat. Here's the center fielder, Joseph Sullivan. 1 run batted in yesterday, and that was their only run of the game. And a base hit, and they take the lead. Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. And we'll see if his speed becomes a factor now that he's on first. And he's challenging that called strike. And the strike is overturned following the review. Still 2 challenges left for him. And the 1-1. High fly ball to right field. And that'll do it. Bottom half of the second. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Alex Freeland. Here's the pitch. On the ground, Williams. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Zaire. Hope.
Nobody on with one out. Digging in for the Comets, Zaire Hope. Foul ball there. In the air, out towards right center, Sullivan makes a move towards the gap. And a couple of quick outs. So up next, Keston Hira. 2 hits in last night's game. Cut on and missed. That's strike 1. 2 outs, bases empty. Swing and a high fly ball. Sailing towards left center field. Pretty deep. Bangs off the wall. And it's a 2-out double. Everything came together on that swing. Smoked it into the gap. Just not quite the right swing to put it over the wall. Good result anyway. Now, Ryan Fitzgerald. Ground ball to the right side. That's a base hit. Runner around third. Now a long throw home. Safe. It's 1-1. Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Rolled over on that one a bit, but still managed to put enough behind it that it scooted through the infield for a base hit. Next up for the Comets, Noah Miller. 3 hits last night, a big factor in getting that win. Here's a high chopper. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All square now at 1-1. We move on to the third inning. Digging in for the Space Cowboys, Kellen Strong. That clips the zone. 2 straight pitches down in the zone to get ahead. Now he can attack the rest of this AB in a lot of ways. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Right side. Rose gets the out, 1 away.
Now back, the left fielder, Taylor Trammell.
Here's the left fielder, Taylor Trammell. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
High inside. Sweeper. Low outside.
Out to short, Miller. Throws to first. First 2 batters gone in the top of the third.
Now batting, designated hitter, C.J. Alexander.
Nobody on and 2 outs. C.J. Alexander digs in now. And that's in the dirt.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Next pitch, in for a strike. Now he'll... And that one did miss. The strike is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Tied up here early in the ballgame. Now he's off balance after the fastball breaking ball combo. That timing disruption gives the pitcher an edge.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
And we see the least exciting of the 3 true outcomes this time as he draws the walk. And a challenge from behind the dish. And that one did find the zone. So they still have both challenges. We're here in the top half of the third. 2 down and nobody aboard. Swings and misses, struck him out. So they go down quietly. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the catcher, Eliezer Alfonso. Swing and a pop-up. Brings it in with a nice running grab.
Now batting, the left fielder, Matt.
Back to the top of the order here. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, Matt Gorski. Hammers this one in the air, deep to left center. This one's gonna carry. It's out of here. Well, that'll fire up the home crowd. The 11th of the year, and that gives them the lead. It's a 2-1 game. He's definitely on a good run at the plate. He has to be feeling very confident. I'm sure the front office is feeling good about him too. That's a good job to be aggressive in the box after watching him closely on the mound. Once you've got his timing down, it's a lot easier to give a strong, confident swing. One down. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Santiago Espinal. Right through there for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Line drive. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away. One of those plays that just goes to show that not everything is within your control on the baseball field. Batter did everything right and still didn't get the hit. Sometimes that's how it goes. Bases are empty with 2 away. Digging in for the Comets, James Tibbs III. Diving stop! On his knees, the throw on the money. Nice play. Making it look easy at second. Let's take another look at this one. That's going to get you some high fives in the dugout. Top of the 4th inning with the Space Cowboys at the dish. Cesar Salazar now at the plate. Salazar, 30 years old now, and he was born in Mexico. Pitch misses inside, 1-0. Well, so far, so good for him today, but as you get to the meat of the order the second time around, that's where an outing can turn on you. Still, he's been on top of it to this point. 1 away. Just missed that one a bit. A half-inch closer to the sweet spot, and it might have gotten down for a hit. Bases empty, 1 away. Next up for the Space Cowboys, Xavier Nyans. He didn't start his windup before the pitch timer expired, and it's an automatic ball. Took a little too long on the mound, and the umpire rules it's an automatic ball. 1 out and the base is empty.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
2-1 pitch. Fly ball to center. Hope drifting towards this one. And makes the catch. 2 away here, nobody on. Now a chance for Bryce Matthews. Struck out swinging in the first AB.
Ball.
4-seam fastball. High middle.
That's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sweeper. Low outside.
Line drive to left field. Lunges. Got it! Everyone's holding their breath on that one. Sometimes an outfielder can get caught in between. A bit of a stumble, but a nice job to stay focused and make the play to end the inning. Welcome back. The Comets at the dish in the bottom of the 4th.
Second baseman, Alex.
My favorite concessions food here in Oklahoma City has to be the fried onion burger. Really, who doesn't love a patty topped with caramelized onions and washed down with a cold root beer? Got the strikeout looking. One gone leading off the fourth.
Now batting, the center fielder, Zaire.
And now the center fielder, Zaire Hope. Smoke to right, but he's got it.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 9, Keston.
Base is empty with 2 out. Next up for the Comets, Keston Hero. On the ground to third. Tosses to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. We've played 4 full. Oklahoma City on top, 2-1. On to the next inning. Stepping in, Jaron Williams. There's a strike. This outing has gone well for him so far, and part of that is because he's thrown better than 70% of his first pitches for strikes. That certainly helps. Now here's the 0-2. High chopper to third. Gets it to first. And the leadoff batter retired in their half of the fifth. One out and the bases are empty. Stepping to the plate for Sugarland, Joseph Sullivan. That one finds the zone. Late on that fastball. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. First 2 batters retired in the top of the fifth. Time to have a look at his pitch breakdown for the game. Coming up to the dish now for Sugarland, Tommy Sacco Jr. That misses the zone. And that's ball 1. Hard ground ball, base hit. The tying run is aboard. Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. And they've got some choices now with good speed on the bases. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, making a move for the bullpen. Ben Kasparius is done. And that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave them some length. Back with a new arm after this. So they turn things over to the righty, Peter Hubeck. He's a fierce competitor when he takes the hill. Not a big strikeout pitcher, though. Strong, batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Ball. And the count 1-2. But it curls foul. I think the pitcher ought to steer clear of throwing him another changeup. That one was foul, but it was scorch. 1-2, here's the pitch. And that one is foul. We'll try again. Sliced hard, but foul. Try to get him chasing on the changeup. 8th pitch of this AB up next. Keeps the AB going with the foul ball. These two are putting on quite a show in this battle. 5 foul balls already in this AB. Pretty amazing. Ripped down the line for a base hit. coming to the plate. He'll score, and they tie it up. Well, we're starting over again. All tied up. Great swing. Everything right on time. He squared it up, and that one gets away at the plate. And the runner will hold. On 0-1, the delivery. And they say he went. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Runner at second, 2 down. And the count 1-2. What a take with 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Now the 1-2 pitch. That one is foul. We'll see another. He didn't start his windup before the pitch timer expired, and it's an automatic ball. Once again on 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And that ends the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Bottom of the 5th here in Oklahoma City. Leading off, Ryan Fitzgerald. Fly ball, left field. Sacco moving under it. And a quick out, number 1. Some good fundamentals from the infielder as he ranged back on that play. You can lose track of where you are and start worrying that you're going to collide with the outfielder. Nice catch. Grounds this one to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that's a 1-out single. The catcher, Eliezer Alfonso, flied out the first time. Just missed. One and 0, and the pitch. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. One away in a tie game. Go ahead, run it first. Bottom half of the 5th. And he takes a strike, just shaved the edge. One-two misses, and the count is even up at 2-2. Excellent take. Spoils that one. It remains 2-2. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. Two-two pitch. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Strom under it. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Matt Gorski, the next to hit. He's already homered in this ballgame. High fly ball to shallow right field. Strom settles under this one. Gets there. Got it. They leave 1 runner on base. Through 5, all even at 2-2. We're back here at the ballpark. Start of the sixth. Ben Gelman bringing you this one. And leading off, CJ Alexander. Quebec getting back to it out there. Alexander in the box again, takes a strike. The next pitch misses, and that is ball one. This one in the air to right. And there's one down. Nobody on with one out. Here's the catcher, Cesar Salazar. Close, but called a ball. I like the decision to swing on that one, but just couldn't square it up. And there's a fly ball deep to right. Is this one going to go? And that one hops the wall. Into second base with one away as the go-ahead run. And you can bet he feels really good about that one. Might have missed a homer just by a grain or two on the bat there. As it is, though, he hit it well enough to keep it out of the reach of the right fielder, and he got extra bases out of it. Nice job. This next at-bat looms very large. Sharp eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still two challenges left for him. Just missed. Now 3-0. Bryce Matthews waits on deck. Pitch is in there, and the count is 3-1. And ball four. 2-4. Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Matthews. Definitely wants to avoid hitting an easy bouncer here. A grounder in the infield should be an inning-ending double play. Challenge fastball to start the AB, and the batter clearly not ready for it. The pitcher shouldn't give him anything off speed in this spot. Not close with that one. And the count 1-2. Go-ahead run at second. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 1-2 now. Swinging a drive, deep left field, pretty far back there. Just missed a home run. Swinging into the wind there, and it's tough to cut through it right now. That might have gotten out of here with calmer conditions. At the plate, Jaron Williams. Such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Keeps the heart rate low, maintains focus, and doesn't shift approach in run-scoring opportunities. What an asset in the lineup. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. They strand a pair. Home half of the sixth inning coming up. We're deadlocked at 2 runs apiece. It's the Large Lad Burgers Big Inning. If 3 or more runs score in the bottom of the sixth, your ticket can be exchanged for a free absolute unit burger tomorrow at Large Lad Burgers. Hauls it in, one away. That's so frustrating for the hitter. Tough to accept a liner like that not turning into a hit. Base is empty, one away. Coming up through the dish for Oklahoma City, James Tibbs III. Now. On the ground to the right side. Nyans takes it to first, and there are 2 outs. Let's break down how he's using his pitches in this one. So far, it looks like he only trusts 2 of his offerings. He's thrown one of those 2 more than 80% of the time today, and he's held down the offense pretty successfully, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just stuck with it. Freeland at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Impressive efficiency on the mound in this game. On the ground, right side, Matthews. There with plenty of time, inning over. 6 innings in the books, all square at 2-2. We go to the top of the 7th. Joseph Sullivan getting ready to hit. Seems like that was just a good bit of framing right there. Stole a strike. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Punches that one away with 2 strikes. 0-2, and the delivery. Struck out looking. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. That fastball was in a hittable spot, but he just let it stroll through the zone for called strike 3. 1 out and the bases are empty. Digging in for the Space Cowboys, Tommy Sacco Jr. Love how he's attacking the zone, throwing a ton of strikes. These hitters need to be ready to swing at the first good strike they see. Bash down the right side, but foul. 0-2, here's the pitch. Spoils the 2-strike offering, another coming up. On the ground to the left, Espinal fires the first on the run, and very nicely done for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Kellen.
And now the right fielder, Kellen Strong. 1 for 2.
Overhand curve.
In there for strike 1. 2 outs, bases empty. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock. Always scary when you see a liner back to the mound like that. Glad the pitcher's okay. Got to keep your head on a swivel out there. To the top of the order we go. Next to hit, Taylor Trammell. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. The 0-1 offering. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw bounces, and he gets in safely with a steal. And now they've got a good chance to take the lead late in this one. And a swing and a miss. And we stay tied, inning over. One runner left on base. The score remains 2-2. Hope you had a good stretch at home, set for the last half of the 7th. Zaire Hope digs in now. And that's in there at the knees. Movement in the bullpen. Tom Cosgrove appears to be getting loose. Tang warming up as well. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he grounds it to the right side. Matthews. And there's one down. Good sinker there and got him to mow the grass a bit for a simple ground out. Nice pitching.
Number 9, Captain.
Nobody on with one out. And now the first baseman, Keston Hira. Tapped back to the mound. And there's two down. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Ryan Fitzgerald.
No.
All tied up. Here in the bottom of the seventh, just past the stretch. In there. And so now it's 1-2. That one hammered but pulled foul. In the air to left center. And that is out number 3. They're set down in order. We go to the 8th. C.J. Alexander now at the plate. Hard hit to third. Tosses to first. And that's one away. The leadoff hitter retired in the 8th. And here's the catcher, Cesar Salazar. 1 for 3. Fastball in for a strike. And it's 0-1. It's all well and good to be patient and drive up the pitch count. But when you get a first pitch fastball like that, in this biggest spot, gotta unload. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. One out and the base is empty. Grounds it to short. Miller. On to first. That's 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Now up, Xavier Nyans.
Ball inside.
2 outs, base is empty. Fly to left. Tracks it down for the out. And that retires the side. Nothing across here this half. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. We're tied in this one 2-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Tom Cosgrove. A hard time limiting hits so far this year. The 0-1. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. Decides to eat it, and they can't get me out. He was all over that one. Can't fault the infielder on a ball hit that hard. I know I'd be ruling in a base hit if I were doing the official scorer's job. Next to hit, Eliezer Alfonso. On the ground, could be 2. Feed to second for 1, and that is a double play. Fantastic. Always love a double play, especially when it's as smooth as the one they just turned. Digging in for the Comets, Matt Gorski. He's already gone yard in this game.
Ball.
Here's the 1-0 offering. Bounces it to the left side. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. All set to start the 9th inning in this one. Bryce Matthews getting ready to hit.
Ball.
That's a
No,
little
that's
bit
down.
low.
Overhand curve.
Fastball for a strike. 2-2. And there's a
Ball
ball.
three.
Good discipline. He did well to lay off that one down and away. Jaron Williams to bat next. That one fouled hard the other way.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Swing and a miss. Leadoff hitter retired here in the ninth. Next up for the Space Cowboys, Jaron Williams. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Right through there for a strike. One down. Base is empty here in the ninth.
Ball, no.
Power approach on the mound here. Nothing but fastballs in this AB. Swing and a drive. It's got a chance. And that one is gone. And with one swing, the crowd is hushed. Second of the year. Here's the center fielder, Joseph Sullivan.
Ball.
Next pitch,
Yeah.
in for a strike. That's a strike. Got the batter swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater. That wasn't an overpowering fastball, just low 90s, but he found a way to get it by him, even in a hittable location. More than one way to get a strikeout. That's a strike, but probably not a great one to swing at on the first pitch. Smart take, I think. That one finds the zone. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. So only one hit in the inning, the solo homer, and it puts them ahead. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Logan Van Way. Save opportunity right here. Fly ball to right. Grabs it on the run. And he should be feeling good after getting that first batter in this high-leverage spot. Now he can attack with even more confidence. Tibbs in the box now takes strike one. Trying to eke out at least one run and send this ball game to extras. Grounder to second. Picks it up. They are down to their final out. Couple of pitches, a quick out. That'll work. Here's the second baseman, Alex Freeland. Right side, hard hit. And that is the ball game. A 3-2 final score in this one. Thanks for dropping by and joining me and our wonderful crew here on the show. I'm Ben Gelman. Talk to you soon.